What's up, dudes, dudettes, fellow critics, weebs, weebettes, and all y'all in between? Welcome back to the Content Corner. This is your boy Herb.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Lens.
And
Being real
today,
inclusive today, aren't you?
yeah, I am being inclusive because that is what we need. We need it to include people from a minimum of 6 feet away. Anyway, listen, listen. I love people, love being around people, but we're in a pandemic. Wash your goddamn hands, wear your goddamn mask, and stay your goddamn ass home. All right? Tired of y'all. I want to go see my friends. I want to hang out. I want to do stuff. As long as y'all
or,
keep throwing parties and not staying the fuck home.
or people out here throwing parties and just not giving a fuck. I haven't seen my friends in like a year, okay? Out here sacrificing
Bro, my
while y'all are
friends
partying, fucking
my,
jerks.
my friends are right here, like even the close to me. We all know we're healthy. We've all been tested negative, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna do the responsible thing. I'm gonna stay my ass home. And that's it. It's
Yeah,
easy.
it really is. It's not that hard.
It's like, oh, but there's nothing to do. We'll find a new hobby. Shit.
Honestly, learn a skill.
Take online classes or some shit.
Honestly, fuck. Anyways,
Anyway,
to our actual topic at hand.
well, when it comes to staying at home, when people stay at home, you know what they can do? They can watch anime.
Word. Anime is always an option.
And when it comes to anime, we have a number of new animes coming this 2021.
Oh yeah, I have not looked into anything coming up, like at all.
Cool. Cool. I've seen a huge list, which I have in front of me right here. And so we will be sharing our hype and insight with animes to come if we have seen it, or like if we've seen a prior season,
Mm.
and if we think it's worth your time, and if we haven't seen it, whether the cover photo intrigues us enough. So let's get right onto it because there's a good number of these. So first up, we have season 2 of Quintessential Quintuplets coming in January of next year.
Trash, trash. Get that out of here. I don't want to watch that.
Is it because we already know who he picks because the manga ended?
Well, here's the thing. One, he made the wrong choice. Two, it's not that interesting. He made the wrong
Man.
choice. He did. Like he made the wrong
Like,
choice, and like the whole thing is kind of just annoying.
from the plot, it makes sense because we know he ends up with the one who we met from like his childhood, and we've known that all series. Just when we find out which one it is, it's just like, well.
Trash decision.
All right, next up on the list,
Yeah, you can skip past that
Promise
one.
Neverland season 2
Oh, let's get
this
it.
January.
Let's get it.
Been waiting for this
Oh
one for a
my
while.
god, bro! I'm hyped. I'm very hyped. Like that first season, fucking it threw everybody for a loop.
Bro,
It
it
was
was fire.
exciting. It was suspenseful. It was just it's just good. It's real good.
It was
Mm,
fucking fire. I was
that's
hyped.
hype. This is hype. Very
Oh,
hype.
it's gonna be so good. Gonna be so good coming in
If you didn't watch the
January.
first season, watch that first season. Like if you don't believe me, just check out the first episode. Just check
That's
out the
it,
first episode. Just watch
bruh.
it, and
That
then you'll be
first
like,
episode is what
oh,
hooked me. That
word.
first episode.
At first, I was like, okay, this seems. I mean, like obviously, I think that this isn't what it
This seems
seems
like
to
a
be,
normal anime.
and then it just hit you at the end. I was like, oh,
Oh, oh,
oh, oh, it's
oh.
like that. Okay, all right, cool, all
The world will be
right.
ending every week, right? It's like that.
I was like,
Oh man, that it's like that, like Black Lightning at the end of Crisis on CW. Just,
these
oh.
world-ending events they don't happen all the time, right? They just you just get a look from everybody. Oh,
Got it. They do happen like every other day. Oh man. All right. Next up, we got part 2 of season 2 of ReZero.
I hate this part one, part two bullshit.
I will say I believe this is heavily because of COVID because I'm pretty sure if I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah. Like like when I saw the first part, and I was just like, this is it. It is really weird because the first season was like 26 episodes or whatever,
Yeah.
and I assumed that COVID was part of it. All right, so I am 50-50 with this.
Have you caught up?
Yeah, I finished it.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm
So
50-50 right now
yeah.
because I really like the first season,
Hmm.
but I I like the first season for what it was, and also because of the way that the story kind of wrapped up, right, the arc wrapped up, and I was like, all right, I'm excited for what's coming next. Now, I guess the first half of season two annoyed me, uh, not necessarily because of the main character, but because the story wants to focus on I I don't know what the story wants to focus on. That's my problem.
It's on
Like,
Subaru. Duh.
yeah, but here's the thing. They're kind of leading Subaru down this path, right? I also think that he can handle everything so much smarter. Like there's just a better way for him to handle most of the situations that he runs into,
Yeah.
which is fine because it's him. It's not me, right?
Yeah.
Um, I think his failings are in his lack of logic, and it's just kind of frustrating because he's just being outsmarted by everyone around him, like consistently. But here's the thing, he has the opportunity to outsmart everybody else due to the nature of like his ability. He just lacks critical thinking. And it's kind of just frustrating sitting there watching this guy just not think at all. And he's just like, I gotta think, I gotta think. I'm like, then fucking do it, man. Like figure shit out. Like be a detective or something. Like, God.
Become Batman.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating. And also, I hate Amelia because she's not like it's been.
But Lens, she's best girl.
She's not though. It's been a season and a half, and I still don't know what type of person she is. Like all I know is just basic. She's a basic anime girl. Like, oh, she's nice and cares about other people. Okay, like that you just described like 40% of the human race. Like,
Oh, all right. Well, next up after that is season 5 of My Hero Academia, which I know you don't care about,
I
but I did show you
okay.
the
That's hype.
last
That's hype. That's
panel
hype. That's hype.
from
That's
the
hype.
most
Don't get me
recent
wrong. That's
chapter.
hype. It's hype. That's hype. But here's the thing.
Up
I
until that
dropped.
point.
I'm gonna say something real controversial right now.
Oh, it's a hot take. All right, we got a
It's a
hot
hot
take.
take. My Hero Academia is trash.
Oh shit. Oh
it's
damn. Oh
trash.
damn.
It's trash.
I
Now,
don't. I can't say it's trash.
here's the reason why it's trash. There are a lot of aspects about it that are not trash, right?
Hmm.
I love a lot of characters from it,
Yeah.
but it is trash because Midoriya is trash, and Midoriya is trash
Lens,
because he's not
Midorima's from
interesting.
Kuroko no Basket. What are you talking about?
I said Midoriya.
Yeah, Midorima.
You're adding an extra M. Don't put an extra M in my mouth. No, no.
His name's
Here's the
Deku.
thing. That's his nickname.
That's it. That's his name. That's just straight up his name.
Either way, like you can like call him whatever you want.
I think that's actually his hero name now, if I remember
It's
correctly.
yeah. I think it's his hero name.
He just is like, oh, I'll take my nickname and make it my hero name, Deku.
I was like, fine, I guess. Anyway, here's the reason why he's trash. I don't care that he was a wimp or whatever, or like any of that stuff. Like this is normal main character stuff. Like he has to like grow past it. My problem is that from like jump from the beginning of the series, they immediately eliminated any personal obstacles that he had in his way. Now, people are going to argue, oh, but Lens, he has to like master his power and like, he destroys his body in like, in using it and all this stuff. I'm like, yes, true. You want to know how to fix that? Push-ups, sit-ups, squats and crunches. Like that's it, man. Like that's all he needs to do. Oh, but Lens, he has to like learn how to become a hero and like gain the courage to do like all this X, Y, and Z stuff. I'm like, no, no, no. He doesn't have to gain no courage. He was chosen by All Might, literally the hero of all heroes, because he had the courage to do something that no one else could. To do something that even he didn't have the confidence to do. He has top tier level courage, which is why he was
He's got
chosen.
guts.
He has top tier level courage. This is why he got picked. So you're telling me immediately you removed the emotional limitations that he might have, and you removed the physical limitations that he had because he didn't have a quirk. So there's really nothing stopping him from becoming like a great hero except for like time and training. And I don't find that interesting because that's just like every other shonen out there. I
Would
want
you have preferred if like he had to try to become a hero in a world of superpowers and he had no superpower,
I mean, I would like to see that.
aka Batman?
Yeah, like Batman. Like, here's the thing. I think that would be an interesting take. But I don't think that this is a bad take either, right? You can give him a quirk, you can give him a power, but like I don't I don't see his character arc being something that I'm like, wow, this is super well done, right?
I mean, he kind of has to now. He can't. So there's new stuff that they've given him that he can't. He can't just physically train for anymore. Because
Yeah, like they unlocked like well, anybody who's like watching like the anime and not
watching
reading the
or caught up with
manga.
the manga.
Well, like because the manga and anime like they're pretty far apart now.
True.
So I'm gonna try to avoid things that like
Oh,
the
outside the
watchers.
anime.
Yeah. So they did add things, right? He has to master different things that don't necessarily depend on him just pull up, sit ups, and crunches. But the thing is, you're just adding to his capabilities, right? All of a sudden he's way more broken than like we thought. All of a sudden, like yes, there's more for him to master, but like that doesn't necessarily add anything interesting to what he has to go through or what he has to deal with. Um, and I gave it a long run. Like I read way past where the anime is. I read past like the next arc. I read a lot.
I'll be
And
honest. I had to come
mm,
back a second time when I started reading this to actually like get into it. Like it took me time because I remember when it first came out and it was like 20 chapters in or something. And so we were like, "Yo, you should check this out." I'm like, "All right, cool, I'll check it out." Because my friends who recommended it to me, our tastes usually align very closely. So when they recommend something to me, it's like, "All right, I'll check it out." Cool, I check it out. 20 chapters. I read 20 chapters. I gave it 20 chapters of my time, and I was bored. Now,
yeah,
I want to admit this could also be in part to the fact that My Hero, in terms of type of heroes, I feel like it's a very almost like Western take on superheroes,
it
comparatively
is.
like what we see in like standard like Japanese anime heroes kind of thing. With how they work and like their visual stuff like that. So at the time, I was super what's the word I'm looking for? Well, basically, I had been reading a lot of Marvel and DC at the time already.
Mhm.
So it at least to me at the time, it kind of felt like just another drop in the bucket of Western style superheroes.
Heroes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I got bored. I dropped it. Then my fucking big brother is like, "You're gonna fucking read this. You're gonna catch up right now, and then you tell me when you catch up. If you don't like it, I'll drop it." So I did it. He forced me to do it. And it still took me 79 chapters. Exactly. Chapter 79.
It's funny because that's exactly where I got into it too. I was like, "Oh snap, this is dope!" Like that was the first part where I was just like, "I'm excited. I'm legitimately excited right now. This is
Yeah.
this is pretty interesting."
And for those who don't know the number by heart of what chapter I'm talking about, it's the forest training arc. Where they deal with that villain. I forget his name, but he just basically multiplies or expands his muscles to become strong.
Yeah,
And that's the
I
first
remember
time Deku gets like where he's fully like 100%. Like I think it was over 100%.
it was like he did some wild like 1,000% like passes limits type shit.
Exactly, and that was wild. That was
It was pretty hype.
awesome.
But
It was hype.
here's the thing. Here's like I know a lot of people are probably like yelling at me right now, like, oh, like you don't understand, blah blah this and that. Here's my thing. I'm gonna compare him to other like popular shonen like characters,
Whoa,
right?
hold up. We don't got time for that. We got a ton of
No, no,
other.
no. I feel you. Give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes, real quick, real
All right,
quick.
all right, all
Promise,
right.
promise. 2 minutes.
No thesis, no dissertations. All right.
No thesis. All I'm saying is that when you compare him to other like shonen like main characters, he lacks certain qualities of his struggle that make the story interesting to me. I've seen like a bunch of shonen. I've seen like characters rise and fall.
Yusuke
All I,
Urameshi.
yeah, Yusuke is like one of the best. All I'm saying is that the ones that are really good, the ones that like the story was like amazing to me, was where the characters didn't only have to deal with a physical limitation that was presented to them, but something that they had to overcome on the inside. You know, their situations reflected an inner struggle that they held, and it's something that like connects with the reader on a deeper level. That's why I don't think like Deku's a good showing character. And hey, they can add a struggle later, right? They can just write it in. But if it wasn't part of like the character's already established, writing, then I feel like it's disingenuous. And I've given it like what 200 plus chapters to get there. And so if you do it now, like it's bullshit to me. Like it's not good. So yeah, My Hero Academia is trash. I take over.
Well, thanks for coming to Lens's TED Talk. All right, next one. The Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War arc, aka the last arc that took a third of all the chapters combined of the fucking manga.
Nobody needed it in the manga. Nobody needs it in anime form. Get the shit out of my face.
I'm right there with you. Next one. Season 2 of Dr. Stone.
That's hype.
That's hype. I'm
That's
actually
hype.
really hyped for that. The next one I didn't see. I haven't started. It's on my list to watch because I've heard good things. And that is Seven Deadly Sins. And it's Seven Deadly Sins Dragon's Judgment. I don't know if this is a movie or just another season. Either way, more Seven Deadly Sins coming through.
I only watched the first season. I mean, it's fun. There's a lot more out there that I have to watch if I'm interested in continuing. I don't know if I will continue, because it just seemed like the main character suffered from Superman syndrome, where he's basically Superman, right? He's undefeatable. He's like the greatest, but like
He's the one who can counter everything, right?
yeah. But like that's not his only like thing. Like he has way more past that point, right? Um, but like he consistently forgets that he's Superman. So like the whole everything is like, oh no, what is he gonna do? How is he gonna get out of this one? And he's just like, oh yeah, I have like way more power than this, and then he like unleashes it and then wins. Like it was the whole first season, and that's honestly with like the whole cast. It's like, oh no, what are they gonna do? It's like, oh you guys don't know. Like the reason that they call us this is because we're like Mad Brolic, and then like it's just kind of annoying. It's like it was hokey for me, like that first season. People say it's like pretty good. I don't have too many problems with this one. I just maybe it's just not for me.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out, see what I feel about it. That's coming in January. Next one is one that we both have been super hyped and excited for, and that's season 3 of Log Horizon, my guy.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yo,
I'm so hyped.
Log Horizon. You know what? This is a hot take for some people, but Log Horizon's a better version of SAO. You could fight me on that one.
Way better.
You can fucking fight me on that one.
Way better. Way better. You don't even know how much better. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Yo.
It is so much better. It's
And
a
then
better story. It's a better game. It's a better universe. They have better characters. They got a better sense of like time and teamwork and cooperation. Things just make more sense.
and here's the thing, they actually have, and I'm gonna add this because this was very early in the series. I think it was like the first 2 or 3 episodes that we found out about this. So they respawn. There's no death in this world. You respawn if you die. Which you're gonna say, oh well, SAO has more drama because once you die, you die. Fair, but I'm gonna see that and raise you this: they don't die, sure, but every time they die, they lose more of their identity and their memories. Therefore, instead of dying one time, you slowly die over multiple deaths
Yep.
until eventually you're nothing but a shell.
And here's the thing. Here's why it's
And what's
even
more
more interesting.
terrifying, just plain old death, or death over time, and knowing that you won't be able to? There's no way to reverse it because it's
Like
just.
that's a
Ugh.
good argument, right? That like which one's more terrifying? But here's my thing about it, right? I think that the social structure that happens in this show is a lot more interesting because in SAO, you had player killer like guilds, right?
Yeah,
That would
PKs.
like yeah
Laughing
PKs,
Coffin.
yeah, that would like kill people because like they're insane.
Because fuck it, why
Um,
not?
but like I feel like that's such a minority of people because the fear of death is like way like it's a huge deterrent, right? Like people don't want to do things because like of fear of death. Here, there is no fear of death, right? Or it's just like, there are consequences later down the line. So you have a lot more people doing whatever they want. So you have different guilds, you have different factions working against each other, working towards different goals. You have a lot more, like a lot different players in the
And you get
bigger
to
like economic
know,
like power like space,
you get to know the guilds too, and I do mean guilds
Exactly.
plural.
Like
There's a
plural.
whole society here of guilds.
Yo, name me 4 guilds from SAO, and I'll concede this point. You can't.
I can think of two, but only know the name of one, and that's Laughing Coffin. I don't remember the name of the guild that what's her face that Kirito joined with Asuna. I don't remember.
Well, I can think of 3. The Laughing Coffin, if you want to count that as a legitimate guild. I wasn't counting that one, but we can
I
count
mean,
it.
it is a guild of PKers
Yeah.
technically. So
Then you have the white and red dudes that
yeah, that was
Asuna
the
was
one that
part of.
Asuna was. Yeah, I don't
And
remember what that
then
was called
and
though.
then you have the guild that Kirito joined like when he was like in the like 40s, like level 40s, that
Sachi.
Sachi's guild, and they got wiped.
Yeah. Sachi, you sent them to auto loot, didn't you? Well, I thought it'd been saving some time. Oh yeah, we're rushing to death at record speed.
So, but here it's more like you got a lot of guilds, a lot of people with different agendas, with different goals, trying to like vie for power or control or money or something. Like
And
it's more interesting.
I will say, and also one thing that as a personal like MMO player that got me hyped with season 2 is that season 2 they actually do a raid. Like straight up they do a fucking raid. And for those who've played Final Fantasy 14, my friend said it best when he described it to me, and I agree with him 100%. It's basically just coils. If you've played Final Fantasy 14, Realm Reborn with like the first raid with Bahamut and shit, the coils of Bahamut, they're just playing coils, my guy. And it's fire. I fucking loved it. So that's
It's so
coming
good.
in
It's
January, and I can't wait.
so good.
Now,
So
next
hype.
one, Lens, is another one that you're going to be really hyped for. It's season 2 of That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime.
I'm interested. I'm interested because like
Wow,
it was
the
fun.
hype is that
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, bro, it's
what?
not as hype as Log Horizon.
Fair,
Just saying.
fair,
You went from
fair.
like
We've been
one of the
waiting
hypest things
literally multiple years for Log
years,
Horizon season 3.
years. This is fun. This is hype. Don't get me wrong. It's just not as hype.
Fair, fair. I'm actually really
Slime is
excited
a
for this
fun
one.
one. Slime is just fun. It's just silly to see like this guy or well actually non-binary
This
character,
slime.
The slime just do shit
Let's
and run shit.
let's call the character as they are. They're a slime.
They're a slime.
They may take a humanoid shape, but they're still a goddamn slime. And honestly, I think to me, one of the things I enjoy most about the series is just literally watching a low level slime, seen as one of the most bullshit weak enemies in any RPG, and just see it grow in power.
It's pretty ridiculous, and I love the way that they animate the slime's face. It's just simple lines, and they get so much emotion and like comedy out of it. It's great. I love it. It's so much
I love the scene with all the manga volumes. That's still one of my favorite scenes. Anyway.
it's really good.
Oh, all that series? Here you go. I remember all of it. Oh man. Anyway, next one's a new one. It's called Horimiya. It's in January. It's considered under slice of life, romance, and comedy. It is by Studio Cloverworks, and they've put out some good stuff. So I'll probably check it out just to see what it's about. It looks like it's probably gonna be like. Oh, I just realized in the picture, both characters are holding a
Trading
photo of
cards?
somebody. No, this is a photo of somebody. I don't know. Well, I'm probably gonna check it out just to see what it's about, and then if I like it, I'll keep watching it. If I don't, then it is what it is. I'm excited for the next season, the next series coming out, as that is season 2 of Cells at Work. Because I love
Hey,
the series.
everybody loved this series.
It was so good. It was hilarious. I
My
loved
friend
it.
Lucy, she was taking she's taking like EMT classes.
Yeah.
Uh, and she's a first responder,
Yeah.
and while she was like studying, she was watching this, and she was like, "Yo, this is like review," and I was like, "That's awesome! I'm so happy that this is helping you out." She's like, "This is great." Oh man,
Bro, I've
so
actually
yeah, man,
seen like a couple videos of like actual like doctors like checking this out at people's requests to ask them how accurate is it?
extremely accurate,
And that's the thing, like
extremely accurate.
it's a series that is ridiculously accurate with its medical information, but it's presented in such a way that it makes it enjoyable and like not it doesn't feel like studying, but you're technically are learning as you're watching, and it's super dope that it's able to do that, in my opinion. So,
It's an educational series for everybody.
yep, yep, I love it. I can't wait. Next one is actually related to it. It Cells at Work Code Black. Now, for those who
Oh,
don't know what this is, Code Black is an offshoot of Cells at Work. Duh, as in the name. But whereas the original Cells at Work is in a young like person's body, like they're like a child, I think, or teens at most. Cells Code Black is in an adult male body, specifically adult male, like I think somewhere in their 30s and 40s, and the gender roles of the cells are swapped because if you watch in Cells at Work, all the red blood cells are female and all the white blood cells are male. Here it's flopped. It's flipped. So all the red blood cells are male and all the white blood cells are female. And it's supposed to be a darker version of Cells at Work, where Cells at Work is like, hey, super friendly, da da da, because again, young person, you're usually a lot healthier when you're younger. Here is my body's just fighting to keep me alive because I'm dying. I'm old.
damn.
So yeah, and if you notice, it is a seinen, so it should affect how some of the scenes. I think if anything, it might get a little grittier as well compared to the original. So something to look forward to.
Definitely interesting
This
to see.
this next one, Lens,
What's up?
I had when I heard about this next one, I had the reaction of I haven't heard that name in years. You
Really?
ready?
I'm ready.
Shaman King.
What?
Shaman King.
Is this a reboot?
I
Is this
believe it's
like
a reboot. I believe it's starting from
yo,
from the beginning.
yo,
It's a name I haven't
what?
heard in years, man.
Yo, Shaman King was hype back in the day. Yo, Shaman King was the shit back in the day. Did it come out? What? Was it 4Kids that they were showing for
For
Shaman
Kids
King?
TV. Yeah.
Yo, Shaman. Oh my god.
Bro, I heard about this and I'm like, I'm definitely watching Shaman King. 100%. I'm watching Shaman King. It's gonna be so surreal. It's gonna be as surreal as watching Animaniacs in 2020, man. It's gonna be like, what? Oh man. All
Wow.
right.
Hang on,
Next
I'm just
one.
saying, if we can get like a Shaman King reboot, can we just get an HD remake of Yu Yu Hakusho and putting into the universe? Speak it to power. Let's go. All right.
Hey, listen, Lens. They gave us a whole new season of Full Metal Panic. Anything's possible.
Anything's possible, dude. Anything is
Anything.
possible.
Hell, we had a anime of a that was a sequel to a 50-year-old anime when it came out. So
Jeez.
Tiger Mask.
Wild.
Anyway, next one I'm not that interested in. It's from the maker of Fairy Tail. It's Eden Zero. I don't know anything about it. I'm not
Yo,
interested.
why is it that every single character this man makes looks the exact same way? The exact same,
He can
bro.
only draw one face.
He can only draw one face. What
Well,
was that
two.
other series before Fairy Tail? Was it? It wasn't Shaman King. It wasn't.
No,
No.
no,
Oh
I don't
crap!
remember.
It
But
was.
this
Wait,
this guy just draws the same things.
it had something to do with keys.
Oh, 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 oh. Uh, 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 uh.
It had the little like that little snowman looking thing with the carrot nose, right?
Yes, yes, yes. I know what
Oh
you're
my
talking about.
god!
It was on Toonami.
It was.
Oh God,
Oh,
it's gonna
it's
kill
gonna
me.
bother me. It's gonna bother me
Hold on, I got this. Oh man, it's gonna bother the hell out of me.
because it's literally the same faces from each of the series.
Oh God, why isn't this helping me? Um, here we go. Let's just look up for his name. Uh, oh God. Rave
Bad with
Master.
names.
Rave Master.
Rave Master. Yes.
That's
Same
what it was.
faces. Same faces. Like exact same dude. Like he only knows how to draw two faces and it's just his main characters are the same. I feel like he's just trying to tell the same story in different universes, which is why they look the same.
Of their own works.
Probably.
Right.
Here's what I'll say about this author. He can make a really good
Okay.
series. He good writing. He just has two weakness number one. I'll even let the faces
Okay.
go. I'll even let it go. I ain't
Okay.
even talk about
Okay.
that. Weakness number one. You know how to let a character
Yes.
die. He is that is his like it to the point where it is like infuriating. Where it's like you wrote something so good and like this character died at the end of it, but you brought him back, which kind of invalidates all of the emotions that like we ought to write an ending.
Yeah.
Doesn't know how to end things.
Yeah.
I don't even know if Rave Master even ended. I am there. All right. Who talk shit about this series? You can eat a dick. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You have shit taste, and we don't need you
Can
here.
are you saying they can?
Come see me.
All right.
From Seabury.
Like light novel series, some of them. There's a number of light novel series that have actually been killing it and are like really good. It's just that I don't until I finish school, which hopefully, crossing my fingers, will be this is my last semester and I'll graduate and I'll be done. I will have more time once I'm done with school. Because all I'll have to do at that point is just work for the rest of my life. But when I come home, I can do whatever the hell I want. So I'll have more time to read. But until then, I've had to like suffer through all these light novel animes that are basically just an intro to a light novel. And they're like, hey, you want more? Go read the light novel. And I'm like, I don't have time. Why? All right. Next one I've heard of. I've been wanting to read it, so now I don't have to because it'll be an anime, and that's The Way of the House Husband. If I
Why does this look
remember,
hilarious?
yo, because it's basically a Yakuza member who becomes a house husband.
This poster is hilarious. I don't know why. It's just his face. Oh my god.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to this one because it looks
I'm
it's gonna
with
be
it.
hilarious as all hell.
I'm so with it.
Then after this is pretty much where we're done with animes that I've watched. Maybe you've seen them or heard of them, but these are all new to me. We got season 2 of Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun. Have never even
not
heard of it. I don't know what to expect to it. I'll see what they say. That's in April. Another in April is To Your Eternity.
This looks interesting.
This does. The poster has me interested and intrigued. It based on like just the picture. It looks like this could be set in a world where like it's just a journey of a boy and his dog in a world where there's like less people or there's some kind of danger.
I'm not gonna lie. Like just looking at this poster with no other like information, I'm just like,
Yeah.
did Accelerator just like move to the Arctic and just get a dog? Is he just chilling up there?
And
I'd watch that. I'd watch that. I'd watch all of that. Just him just chilling in the north by himself. Just I don't just whatever. It's just survival now.
well, I mean, like, let's be real here. Even if he got a dog, he wouldn't be by himself. Last Order would be with him. Let's be real here.
No, in my mind, I'm replacing Last Order.
With the dog?
With the dog. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't know if she turned into a dog. I don't know if she died and he got a dog, but it's a dog now.
This next one has a long title. It's coming in January. It's Suppose a kid from the Last Dungeon Boonies moved to a starter town.
Boonies? Like as in like the hood?
What? Like apparently from what I can get from this is like imagine if you lived in a fantasy world lens and like you got isekai. You could go on adventures in the like hardest dungeon in all the land, but you're like, I'm gonna move to like Pallet Town. Or some shit.
The ether.
Yeah, I'll probably have to check it out once semester's over. Like, I'm gonna probably watch a lot of anime and read more light novels once I'm done with school because I'll have nothing to do but work and bullshit. So it's a dream, man. It's a dream.
It's the life. It is the life.
Listen, if anyone's seen Gate, I fully intend to live my life like the main character, which is I seek a good, wealthy career where I don't have to work too much and make decent money so I can financially support my hobby. That is my goal. It's my fucking goal.
His hobby is that he's a mobile gamer.
Chill. Don't be telling people that shit.
I mean, is it not true?
Next anime.
Whale.
Next anime. I'm not a whale. I'm a dolphin.
I would beg to differ.
I'm a dolphin at best. We got in January low tier character Tomozaki-kun, which seems like it could be the next rom-com romance. It's a label as romance school drama. Project Number 9, the studio sounds familiar. I feel like I've seen something of theirs before and it seemed pretty good. So we'll see how this goes. Could be a fun like little romance,
Give it
whatever.
a shot. See
Yeah.
see how it is.
Uh
You know I
next
like my
one.
dramas.
Yep, I love my tea. Love my tea. We got 243 Sane High School Boys Volleyball Club. First off, too long of a name. Second,
Is this a Haikyuu ripoff? Like, is it like what are we doing here?
so what I'm thinking, I have no idea, but what I'm thinking is, remember how we had Kuroko?
Is
And
is that the coach from from
yo, it kind of
Haikyuu?
looks like him for a sec. Yo,
Yo, with the hair, like,
right?
what are you doing here, bro?
Oh my god, this is back when he was in high school, Lens.
Is it prequel? I'll watch a prequel.
Nah, so my thinking, this is what I'm thinking is, we had Kuroko no Basket, right? Which is
Mhm.
a super stylized basketball, right? Like super crazy, like all this looks flashy and everything.
Mhm.
And then we had Ahitsu no Sora, which is another basketball anime, but it's a more heavily grounded and more realistic basketball series, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking this is going to be that for Haikyuu, because Haikyuu, while they don't do anything like crazy, it is heavily stylized and flashy.
It is pretty flashy.
So, but unlike Kuroko no Basket, they don't do anything that's just like that's stupid, that's impossible. Shut the fuck up, you know. So I think this is just gonna be the more grounded version, which I liked Sora for the basketball anime. It was nice. I enjoyed it. So I'd be willing to check this out. I'm always a
Okay.
sucker for sports anime, so
Yeah, same. Like sports anime will draw me in every time.
because it's just one big tournament arc, and that's the best way of anime.
Word. Yo, here's the thing. When people like say, I don't get why people like sports so much. I'm like, all right. Like, and I hear this from like a lot of like anime like watchers. I'm like, all right, but don't you love yourself a good tournament arc? And they'll be like, yeah. Well, sports is nothing but a giant tournament arc.
That's it.
That's all it is.
It goes from
honestly,
training.
You follow the
tournament.
story. You follow the story of a team, and there you go. That's it. It's a turn. It's all the tournament arc. It's the most hype part of anime, and that's why people like sports. Like this is how you combine
Bro,
the two demographics.
Bro, I feel like Kuroko was a great thing too, in how they did it, because we had seasons 1 and 2, right?
Mhm.
And then like a good chunk, if you remember, of the ending of Kuroko, like at least 10 episodes were just their match for the championship, like 10 episodes straight or some shit like that. So it built up to the last championship match, and they spread that shit.
Yeah, it was pretty hype.
It was
very
dope.
hype.
So the next anime after Beastars that we're not gonna really touch is second
You even
season of.
wait. You talked about Beastar. I didn't even see it. Yo, like
Listen, I mentioned it
like,
really quick. I said it
you're
wasn't
right.
for me. Moving on.
You're right. We don't need to talk about it, but that happened so fast.
Listen, I know I'm not one that's gonna say this, because you watch you like what you like. You watch what you watch. If you like it, cool, power to you. I know there's some haters to the anime out there that say, "Yo, it's just for furries. It's just to get people to become furries." Blah blah blah. Look, you don't have to watch it. I gave it a shot. It wasn't for me. That's it. That's it.
Done.
End of story.
Move on.
Like if I know someone who is a furry, and I'm pretty sure I do know at least one person who is. Anyway, I would probably be like, hey, you might maybe check this out. And I would actually possibly even use it as a gateway for them if they don't watch anime. Be like, hey, check out this anime. Just check it out. And if they like it, they might get into anime, and then boom, now we have something more in common.
There you go.
See, that's just it. But this movie, this anime, just by the title and the genre that it's under, I kind of want to see season 1 now. So Moriarty the Patriot, season 2. It's a mystery psychological. I'm a sucker for a good mystery. I am. I'm a sucker for a lot of things, but a mystery is one of them.
Word.
And Production IG has done some good stuff in the past.
Word. They just said Moriarty the Patriot. So they're telling, like, I guess Sherlock Holmes, but from Moriarty's like point of view, and like that's kind of. I mean, that's what I'm assuming. That's the only Moriarty I know from fiction.
Yeah, exactly, and
So that's
that'd be
weird,
dope.
and like, they look like they're in England. He has a cane. I assume that he's a Brit.
Yeah.
So,
Got Big Ben in the background.
right. So like that could be hype.
That
I
could be
you
hype.
know me. I love a good villain, and like the best villains are just heroes that like chose a different path.
And Moriarty is a legendary. Just Sherlock Holmes and Moriarty are two of the most legendary fictional characters, I would say. Because even if you don't know like specifically about Sherlock Holmes, I guarantee you've come across a character who's entirely based on him,
Sure.
100%. Like hell, if I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Batman himself? Wasn't he originally based on Sherlock Holmes? Originally, like when it was
Yeah.
just Detective Comics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's
and
American Sherlock Holmes. That's it.
yep, and Batman has said it himself that Sherlock Holmes is still a better detective than him. All right, he said it himself. That's it.
He said it himself. I would disagree, but like I'm not gonna argue with fucking Batman. I'm not gonna argue with the Dark Knight.
I'm not gonna argue with him. And be like, listen, in my heart, you're better, but if you think so, you got it.
You
Done.
got it.
We got next one. Please don't bully me, Nagatoro-san. This is a series our friends Jeremy and Kevin have mentioned to us. I haven't checked it out. I haven't checked the manga out. Maybe I'll check the anime to see how I like it. They tell me it's fun and that it's like funny. So
Seems funny.
yeah.
Seems
The
funny.
next one I'm confused about. It's the Slime Diaries. It looks like it's side stories for for slime anime, or like or maybe it's just like because it looks
Oh,
like a more cartoonish retelling of it.
wait. So do you think this is what I'm thinking is? You know how like the dragon is inside of the slime and just kind of like sometimes recapping things that happen?
You think this is just a recap by the dragon from its perspective?
Just side stories that he like talks about that don't show up in the anime.
That'd be
I think that'd be cool.
amazing.
That'd be hilarious. I'd watch that.
All right. Next one I'm personally invested in Godzilla singular point. One, you have Godzilla. You got me. You want me to watch something?
We watching. We watching. Studio Bones, Godzilla. We
Yep.
watching. We out
Got me,
here.
bro. You got me. It's it. It's a wrap. Done. I'm checking it out. Can't wait for April for it. This one, season 2 of My Next Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom. Now, for those who may not know, and Lens, I don't know if you know about the first season when it came out. Basically, girl gets isekai'd into a rom com and rom com. No, it's basically a dating sim video game, right?
Okay.
But when she gets isekai'd into there, it's not as herself and it's not as the main character. She's as the main antagonist. Now, the draw of this is that she knows she's the main antagonist and she's played the game enough times that she knows that every single ending in the game that is programmed, every single one ends with her dying.
Tight. Yo, that's tight.
So now she's going about trying to change that and like befriend the protagonist and just make it so she doesn't die at the end of the series. And because of that, I'm like, I'll check it out. I'll
That
check
sounds
it
interesting. I would watch that.
out. And
Watch
if
the
it's got
shit out of
the
that.
enough comedy, because it has obviously has comedy elements. So if it can even get me like even one laugh, I'll watch it. So um, we got The World Ends with You, the anime, which I know is a very popular like game
Game.
among people.
Yeah.
So I've never played it. I'm not super invested into it, but I am happy for those who like are huge followers of the game because now you get an anime to go with it, and I hope it does justice for you guys. I really do.
Word.
Like I hope it satisfies you guys. Um, Next one is something that I am super invested in. Season 3, the final season of Fruits Basket. Oh my god. I need
I know you're hyped.
closure. I need closure. I need closure.
I know
Oh
there's a lot
man.
of Fruits Basket fans out there. I'm happy you guys are getting. You guys got the remake. Y'all getting your final season. Congratulations.
Yo,
Y'all worked hard.
Thea, if you're watching this, Thea, you know I'm texting you. While I'm watching this, you know I'm gonna be texting you out of hours of the night, being like, "Yeah, be ready," because I will. Next one is the name has me interested. A rom com where the childhood friend absolutely will not lose. All right.